Hey guys, I'm back. Don't have much content for you this week because I didn't do very many pickups this last weekend or throughout the week. It's been a busy week because I'm training for the Chicago Marathon, so I'm trying to get into those extra miles and whatnot. But I did want to show you a few things and that I did pick up and talk to you a little bit about maybe a little bit of show and tell video for you. I've got some autograph stuff that I picked up over the years and stuff. I figured, you know what, if I don't have a video for you, baseball card open packages, at least I can throw something out there to keep you entertained. So I hope you enjoy. I don't know how receptive this video is going to be, but I also got a few things in the mail I'll show you as well. So, but first thing is what you see on the floor here. This is my pickups for this last weekend. Another 1993 Topps baseball set. I paid $5 for this. I always figured that it was going to be short cards, and it was. It was short 60 cards plus the Jeter. So I figured for $5, it's not a bad deal. I'll pick up the rest of the cards, and with the other set I picked up, I filled in a lot of them with that as it was because I had so many duplicates for that one that you saw where I got the 4 Jeter rookies. So, and then again I got this this set here it's the 50th year anniversary set, 2001 Topps. I mean, this set is clean. Love the box with the gold on it. Inside of it was it says the 5 archive cards here, and that's the 5 that you see. That Henderson is awesome. I mean, growing up, Henderson was like my superstar when it came to baseball. I mean, that guy was just he was just superior on the pads. I mean, if he didn't hit it out on this opening bat, you know, he was getting on base and stealing bases. I mean, he is the man of steel. So I mean, that is it. I mean, just look at these guys. Can you imagine having all 5 of these guys on your team and back in their heyday? Oh my gosh, it would just be a killer lineup. So I mean, just Randy Johnson throwing and then having those 4 sluggers with the speed going on. Ooh, there's some good stuff. But also wanted to show you the mail call that I got. It was these 4 cards. Actually, these 2 on the left. I got the pink JD Martinez and the I believe this is the SEPA card to go along with my negative and the blue. Surprised none of these cards are numbered. I don't even think, yeah, this one is numbered, so this one's numbered 65 and 150, but I showed that in another video. But I think I'm going to go ahead and collect all the JD Martinez cards. He you know, being a former Tiger now, I believe he's with the Diamondbacks right now, but I figure I'll go ahead and start picking those off little by little as I go to the card shows and whatnot. But these are the 2 I got. I think I paid $3 ship for them, so I'm pretty happy with that. And so next, I'll talk to you about these autographs. It was later this summer, early August, Wichita has what they call the NBC World Series, and what it is made up of teams that are put together by different individuals to take on one another in this tournament. And like I mentioned in one of my other videos, Nate Robertson here and Adam LaRoche right here, they put together a team of former Major League Baseball players, and so all these guys came to Wichita to take part in this tournament. I think this is their 2nd or 3rd year they've done this. This year they actually won. The last years they've gotten knocked out, and it was pretty cool. I mean, we had Roger Clemens here last year, and we had you know, Josh Beckett was here, and considering all these guys. But these are the guys I picked up here. So you got Nate Robertson, Joe Nathan, Ryan Lingerhans, Brad Penny, sorry about the lighting, Adam LaRoche, Brandon Inge, another Brandon Inge, and this, look at this, Mr. soon to be in the Hall of Fame, Chipper Jones actually signed a card. That was tough to get that one. I mean, you could pay like $100 to get him to sign it during their autograph day, or you could take your chances down the wall and hope you get lucky, and well, I got lucky, so I got a Chipper Jones autograph. Another Brandon Inge, and then I had Brandon was really cool. He would sign for me every night. He saw me in my Tigers gear, and he'd come over and say hi, and he would sign a few things. But I needed this ball for my cabinet, which I'm about ready to show you, because he was part of the 2006 Detroit Tigers. I went to the World Series, and I was just really excited to get a ball to put in there, and I'll explain more of that later. And then of course I've got these 2 Brandon Ninjas, along with this here. You know, this is one of his jersey cards, 188 of 199. Not worth a lot, but I figured it'd be cool to be signed, so he signed that one for me. But all my autographs, I would say 99.9% of them are signed in person with me there, or someone that I trust to be there to get the signature. So, but all of these were signed in front of me here, so it was pretty cool. So, and then I also have and I'll throw them down here on the floor. When I used to live in Michigan, I used to catch up with a lot of the 68 Detroit Tigers, and here they are. These are all the guys. I should have laid these out prior to taking the video, but so I would buy the 68 Detroit, the 68 cards, and the team signed with me. Some of these guys have since passed away. It's unfortunate. It's just, you know, Mr. Gates Brown has already passed. I know Bill Freehand was fighting cancer. I haven't followed up, but you know, it's just these guys are the 68 Detroit Tigers. I mean, they beat the St. Louis Cardinals, and they came back to do it. So it was always kind of cool to get these. These are real 68 cards. These are not the archive cards. These are the real deal. So I mean, there's even some short print high numbers in there as well. So, but you know, they would come to the local big market they had there, and during baseball card shows, and they would sign. I mean, most of these guys would only charge like $5 for a signature or free. So it was always fun to get these guys. It's always nice to talk to them, and then the other way you get my autographs is to get them through like eBay on a certified card or something like that. But I also would get these jersey cards, and I'm really particular about the cards I get. I don't just buy them because they're a jersey card, but I get them because they're a solid number, like 100 of, see, that's 1 of 199. So that's the reason why I picked that card up. That's Brandon Inge, or I'm sorry, that's Carlos Guillen. He was the shortstop in 06. And then here's Jeremy Bonderman. He was scheduled to play in the NBC World Series, but he hurt his arm, which is what Nate told me. Nate Robertson told me that, so he didn't make it. I was really hoping to see him because I also needed to get him on a ball for my cabinet as well. So, but see, that card's number 100 of 199, so that's the reason why I picked that one up. And then Sean Casey is always hard to get. It's just like anything of his is always short print. You can't ever really get it. This, I believe, he's wearing a Cincinnati jersey, but he played in the 06 World Series with the Tigers as well. So you can see the D on it, but obviously his clothing he's wearing was Cincinnati at the time. So Sean Casey right there. So super cool goal, super cool guy, good teammate, and everybody knows about Pudge. He just went to the Hall of Fame recently. So it was one of the first jersey cards I ever got. But 34, 35. It's not a number one or a solid number, but I mean, for me, it's Pudge Rodriguez, and I got it. So it's the only one I got of him. So, and then this one was really kind of cool. This is Justin Verlander. He also played in the 06 World Series. Number 1 of 50, right there. Super swatches, and that card is thick. It's a pretty thick card. So, but it's pretty neat. I do have concern about these cards, and I'd love to get your feedback on too. See, if you read this, it says he received this card used, the game used card. On the front of this card is a piece of memorabilia that has been certified to having been used in an official Major League Baseball game. Okay, well, it's been used in a Major League Baseball game, but it doesn't say it was used by Justin Verlander. And that's my concern with these patch cards. I mean, is that really his? Or is this somebody else's, like Bat Boys jersey or something like that? I mean, who knows? I question these jersey cards and these bat cards and cleat cards and everything else they have out now. But I don't know. Like I said, I do all my own autographs in person because I just don't really even trust certificate of authenticity. So I mean, I know that sounds kind of anal, but I like having the real deal, and I'll show you why. This is my cabinet. So all these bobbleheads are stadium giveaways. All of them I received when I was in Detroit, going to baseball games, with the exception of the Nate Robertson one, which was just released by the Michigan Whitecaps not too long ago, but I went ahead and picked it up because he didn't have one of these stadium giveaways. But each one of these bobbleheads has the player from the 2006 World Series. You know, you got Magglio Ordonez right there, Nate Robertson, you got Carlos Guillen, shortstop, Curtis Granderson, super nice guy. I got that autograph at a charity event for free. He signed for free for anybody that came to the charity event, and him and Dontrelle Willis were both there that day, and they signed for everyone. So, and the next one there is Placido Polanco, great second baseman. I think it would have been cool if they would have done a bobblehead showing him batting with it, with his hands choked up on the bat, because I mean, that guy would choke up on the bat and ding one right over the infielder's head and get on base almost every time. So it was like Curtis Granderson was number 1 and Polanco number 2, and then you started getting to the big boys like Magglio and some of those guys that would come in there and clean home. So then again, Mr. Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez. And I believe that ball
is not one that I got in person. I had someone get this for me. I bought the ball. It's a 2005 All-Star Game ball signed by Ivan Rodriguez. So, and again, his bobblehead right there. So, and there right here is a 2006 World Series baseball. I don't think it was used. It was just a ball that I picked up because I couldn't get a hold of the real deal. And then everybody knows about Justin Verlander. He's no longer a Tiger, but that is the only way I could get a Justin Verlander autograph is to get the, I think it's an 07 Upper Deck Star Signings card. Pretty much the J and the B, and that's what everybody calls them, is JV. And this right here, this card and that game stub right there is a ticket from his very first no-hitter in Detroit. So, and that card reflects that game against the Brewers. So, pretty cool piece to have. It goes in my cabinet. This over here is Jeremy Bonnerman, the guy I said that didn't make it to the NBC World Series. I need the ball to go underneath there. Obviously, I was disappointed they didn't make it, but I understand. So, but I do have another one of those star signing cards by Jeremy signed there. So, and then on the next tier, I have my 68 Tigers in here. So, and there's a few that are not 68 Tigers, but the back photo back there is a bunch of the guys signed. I know it's dark because the lighting's not good, but you can see I had a 68 World Champions picture signed by a lot of the guys. Some of the guys didn't have 68 cards, so I just I had to make do with this. So you can see Willie Horton's on there, and I don't think I got Al Kaline on that one. I might have, but I don't remember. But there's Mr. Kaline right there, so you can see that ball right there. So you've got the Willie Horton, Al Kaline. There's his bobblehead. That was a stadium giveaway. Actually picked up at a garage sale. You can see the bat chip right there. I was a little disappointed that it was broken, but I was happy to have it. I'll add it to my cabinet. And of course, down here, Denny McLain. He also played in the 68 World Series, So, and then over here is Alan Trammell, 85 World Series champions. And then, of course, that old bobblehead. It's very brittle. I mean, I don't even like touching it. So, and then I've got some baseballs and stuff. I picked this baseball up when I was in Kauffman Stadium. It's a bat. It was one. It looks like Victor Martinez popped out to the center fielder. So, and then I picked up this card on eBay, so that way I can get a signature because it's a little hard to get him when I'm in Wichita and he's in Detroit. So, but gotta be a mark right there. So, and there's some. I think these are 1950. I can't remember. I thought about collecting all the Tiger cards. Those are just cool. Throwback, kind of neat stuff to put on the side of the cabinet. So, and then we'll talk about this baseball. This baseball is a 1968 World Series baseball, and believe it or not, those signatures are right there from the 68 Tigers. I got this from an elderly lady in Michigan whose husband had passed away, and she wanted it to go to somebody that was going to cherish it and keep it, and that's what I did. So this is one of those items I don't have. It was not signed, obviously, because I'm not that old as this baseball and when these guys are playing. But I mean, you've got players like Norm Cash and some of those guys on here, Al Kaline, Willie Horton, Denny McLain, Bill Freehan, all those guys I showed you on the 68 cards, they're also on here too. So, but they're all in there. I'm not even gonna touch that ball. It's really light. I don't usually leave it in here. It usually gets locked up. But I thought for this video I would get it out. So, and then of course I got these old baseball mitts I picked up somewhere. I don't remember where I got them, but they look cool in the cabinet. So I usually keep like a different baseball on there that my little from Big Bros Big Sisters actually receive. So, and then down on the lower cabinet, I've got some other autograph stuff. I mean, there's Chris Chelios and Brett Hull. In that picture, there's only like 24 of those photos, and I can't remember what number I have. It's written on the bottom. I'm not going to move it. But Chelios saw that, and when I had him sign it, he says, "Hey, how do I get a copy of this?" And so I gave him the guy's card that was on the back, and the guy told me that Chelios has number 24 and Brett Hull has number 17, and I can't remember if I got like 7 or 9. I don't remember what number mine is, but Chris really wanted to get another copy of that. He loved that photo. So you don't usually see photos like this, guys holding beer. This was obviously the parade after they won the Stanley Cup. Man, that was a team. They just destroyed everything. So, and then you got some other places, some other balls here. That's Pete Rose right there. That card I picked up at a vintage stock of all places for $25, and it was buy one get one free. So I picked up a Mickey Mantle card that was also $25. I mean, so I did pretty good there. I believe I can't remember who all these guys are. I'd have to go and look. I think that might be Frank White right there. I'm sorry, this ball here was actually Brett Saberhagen. This is Frank White. That's Pete Rose. Sorry about that. I'm kind of looking through the camera trying to make sure I've got it in frame and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So there's just a game used baseball I picked up from Marcus Thames, Detroit Tigers. I just picked it up. It was just cool. It wasn't that much. It was like, this says 35, but I didn't pay that for it. So it was picked that up at Comerica Park. So, but there's just some extra balls back here. Like there's an extra Nate Robertson ball, an extra Maglio Ordonez. There's a Joel Zamaya. This is why you don't get signatures on the made in China balls, because that's what they do. They smear, the pens run on them. After a while, that just goes and it's gone. So don't get the made in China balls for your signatures. Get the authentic Major League Baseballs. You want them to be these kind of balls. Obviously clean ones. You can get these at the sports stores and stuff like that. So, but all these signatures are on Major League Baseballs. This was a baseball I actually caught during BP. I think Omar Infante hit this during batting practice. And yes, I had an even better one than that hit my hands, and it was a Derek Jeter home run ball, and I couldn't hold on to it. And it spun, and the guy 2 rows back got it, and believe it or not, he threw it back on the field, and I think everybody around him was like, what are you doing? So, but anyways, I don't want to ramble too much. This is just some of the autographs I have. It's a All-Star game in Kansas City I picked up while I was in KC one time, and I'm not really sure what the other ones. This is kind of an interesting story. I'm not going to talk about that, but I don't remember it all that well. But most all these were signed in person. I got a few more things I'll show you. But this is my cabinet. This is an old, I think TV entertainment stand, but cabinet that works pretty good. So I also have these here. These are some programs from the All-Star game in Detroit. I don't remember the year on that one right off the top of my head. 71 All-Star game is what it says. There's an 84 yearbook, Detroit Tigers. I recently picked up at a card show. And then here's Nate Robertson. He signed this for me during the NBC World Series this year. I asked him if I could bring it in, and he would sign it. And the next night, he said, "Yeah." He told me, he said, "Bring it in tomorrow, and I'll sign it for the game." And that's what he did. So it's pretty cool. I picked this picture up at a garage sale for $10, and of course, he used to play here for Wichita State. So I was thinking, well, I'm gonna rescue that and I'll get it signed one day. And then here's a Joel Zamaya autograph that I have right here. That's from when the Tigers hit the walk-off homer. Maglio Ordonez hit the walk-off homer against Oakland to go to the World Series against the Cardinals, which they eventually lost. But no, that was a pretty cool signature, as you can see right there. That's a paint pen. I recommend paint pens for anything that you're going to have done on photos like this, because they really stand out. And always try to figure out where you want it and let them know where you want it to sign. Otherwise, they'll sign it down here and it'll just bleed in with all the crowd. So you don't want that. Also have this bat right here. We had, you may have heard of this, we had a bat boy that was struck by a bat when a guy was on deck, and he passed away. And here in Wichita during the NBC World Series a couple of years ago, it was like 3 years ago, I think. And they did a benefit auction because they wanted to do a memorial for him, and a bunch of the Major League Baseball players donated items. Now, Torrey Hunter was not one of the players that played, but he donated this bat, and I was the lucky winner via silent auction. I was very happy to have this. I mean, this guy's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. I really think he will. He's just an all-around cool guy, and he's just got to wait his time out before he can qualify to be in it. So, and then I talked about Marcus Thames, that ball that I got, that game-used ball. This is the only autograph I have by him. This is one of his New York Yankee bats. His rookie year, he played for the New York Yankees. And this bat is actually one of those bats. It does say Yankees on it right there. Now, if you go back and you watch YouTube videos, Marcus's very first at bat was against Randy Johnson. This guy right here. The first pitch, Randy threw it right at him. Almost right at him. The next pitch, Marcus, the guy that swung with one of these bats, hit it over the center field wall, crushed it. And just amazing, cool guy. Most people don't know who he is, but if you watch him back in 06, he destroyed the ball. He just absolutely destroyed it. So, but really, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Again, this is just some of the items I have. Just my little baseball room. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And
Evan's not here, but he, like I always say, peace out.